Singing Woods, once you get into this ridge and these creek areas, Singing Woods is bisected by about 3 major creek valleys. And the streams that are around here have usually running water most of the time year-round. Maybe during severest droughts they'll finally dry out. But we do monitoring of these streams for the macrobiotic index of the stream itself. And when we started doing monitoring back in the early 90s, this was found out that this is one of the highest quality streams here in central Illinois, and if not the state. And as time goes on, we monitor the health of the stream. The health of the stream is a great indication of just how healthy this woodland Singing Woods community is.
John, can you speak a little bit about why this is important? Why this is a critical piece of Park District's property?
Well, Singing Woods is approximately 800 acres of Illinois Nature Preserve, about 1,000 acre total. That's a pretty good sized chunk of this part of the world. If you've only got much less than 1% in the natural conditions throughout Illinois, then a piece like this is really a gem for saving the natural biodiversity of the area. And this kind of stream is a good example of that. If you get up here, there's some really pristine hill prairies and woodlands up here that you just don't find in that condition because they're enough interior habitat that they haven't gotten invaded by exotics. You'll also notice the substrate here. It's not just a stream bed full of muddy silt, as you'll often find in some of the other streams that have been impacted severely. You've still got a rocky substrate in here to some degree. Mike's been great at getting some grants to do restoration work up here, and we've been able to get something back in the ecosystem that was lost, which was a fire. And that's a natural element. Got that back in here, opened up the woodlands a little bit, and it brought it back to that condition of acting like a sponge and releasing the water slowly over time. Unlike some of those more denigrated woodlands to the south, that when it rains, all the water runs right off. This area, the rain hits it, percolates in slowly, and comes out all year round, as he was mentioning.
Okay.
All right.
So this is one of the first and only skunk cabbages anywhere in Peoria County. Why is that?
Yeah, a lot of the skunk cabbage has a pretty narrow place that it likes to grow as far as its habitat. It likes moist, year-round, wet soil, a spring or a fen, which is what we're in right here. And those places on the Peoria side of the river have pretty much been destroyed. There's little pockets here and there, and this is one of them. There's maybe a dozen skunk cabbage growing in here.
Is that something you don't see everywhere?
Yeah, Connocephalum is a liverwort that grows in some of the same type of habitat. It's a very primitive plant that is really unique, a very narrow range of tolerance as to where it can grow in these wet areas, along with the skunk cabbage.